Good morning, friends, and welcome back to She's At It Again. My name is Tanya, and I just want to show you this one thing. I know y'all probably, if you've watched her very long, you think she wastes nothing, and I make no apologies for that, but I do want to show you this. So what I have in here is an organic whole chicken, and I cooked this last night. Let's see. No, I cooked it yesterday in the slow cooker. I cooked it on low and slow almost all day. I turned it off right before I went to bed last night, and it has cooled off overnight, so this is cool enough where I can touch it without burning my hands. I want to show you what I do with part of this. Now, it's a given. You're going to use the meat from the chicken to make a casserole or those little mini tamales I did a video a couple weeks ago on. But what I want to show you is, oh, and the other thing is we use the bones to make bone broth. So we're going to wind up cooking these bones over and over again. So I have my 3 bowls set up right here. I have this one because I'll debone the chicken. I'll put the chicken in this, and then I'll keep the bones in this. And in this little pan right here, I'm going to put the chicken skin. Now, I'm just going to show you how I do this. You can see me peeling that off. And this big, sorry about the clock in the background. I'm just going to put this in that container like that. All this chicken skin, which doesn't really amount to just a massive, you know, like it might be, I don't know, 3/4 of a cup at the most, but it turns into the funnest snack. I'm even going to take the skin off of these chicken legs, or drumsticks as they're called. It's a leg, I'm telling you, it's a leg. Even those little pieces of skin like that. So we're going to take all these off. Now, I'm going to turn the camera off because I'm not going to turn my oven on just to show you what I do with these. I got to wait till I'm making something. So I'll be making a loaf of bread later on today. But for right now, I'm going to take all the skin off of this chicken once I debone it, separate the bones, retrieve the broth, put the bones back in here, put some cider vinegar in it, and make bone broth. Again, it'll cook all day. But I'll take this chicken skin and just stick it in the fridge, and then we're going to bake it. And I'm going to show you what this looks like later on. I think you'll be surprised. And these are kind of freakishly delicious. Yeah. I know we buy a lot of chicken that doesn't have skin on it, doesn't have bones in it, but if you get the chance, buy like the chicken thighs especially are really good because the skin's a little bit thicker on those thighs. Buy the chicken thighs, save that chicken skin. So stay tuned till the end and see what these turn into. All right, I'm waiting for my oven to preheat because I have to put a loaf of bread in there. So now is a good time to put our chicken skin in a pan. So I'll show you how we do it. Now at this point, if you wanted to add salt or some kind of seasoning, you could. I just don't add anything to it. It's cold right now, so it's easier to handle. I just put it in there and flatten it out as much as I can. I could have done a bigger pan, but no, I like to cause myself problems. You might be thinking to yourself, yeah, but there's just so much fat floating around in there once you cook that skin, and you're right. Oh, that's a piece of meat right there. Keep that in there. So I'm going to take this and tilt it. I got to clean my hands. Hang on. Well, that was perfect timing because the timer just went off. So I'm going to kind of scoot all this to one side. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. See, I have that little fajita skillet in there. I'm going to put my pan on it like this, tilt it so that the fat runs down to that side. Now, it's not going to affect the taste. at all if it sits in fat. I mean, it's fat. It started out with fat, so it's going to be fat in the end too. But these turn out so crispy. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how enjoyable it is. I was told as a kid, yeah, don't eat the fat. Just put it on the side of your plate. Fat's not good for you. And now here we are eating the things. And you go in a store. They actually sell these in a store. Actually, they sell these at Good Measure, I believe. I can't remember what they're called. I want to call them chicken chips, but that's not really what it's called. I don't have any idea what the name of it is. I just find it very interesting that people will pay good money for chicken skin. And all this time we've been throwing it away. It's just trash. Get rid of it. It's just a way to keep the chicken flavorful. But yeah, here we are. So, okay, I got to put my bread in the oven, and then we'll come back when these are done. I'm going to be baking my bread for about 30 minutes, so I'll see how long it takes them to get good and crispy, but I'll turn the camera back on when it's done. Okay, I've had this chicken in the oven for an hour. So much so that I talked to my friend on the phone while she drove to Little Rock, and I ate lunch. I just kept checking it going, there's one little piece in there that's still kind of wibbly. It's not crisp yet. So I want it to all be crisp. Let's see what it looks like now. Okay, now keep in mind, I have my pan tilted, but I don't really want this getting down in there. But if it does, it's okay. I'll pick it back out. Okay, so this, hang on, be patient with me. Okay, this is what it looks like. And this is just how crispy it is. Whoops, and it's hot. But it breaks just like that. Now, some of these pieces will get crispier as they cool down. I just want to keep them out of the grease. But I'll pour that in a jar, keep it for other purposes. But yeah, this is like it's like a potato chip almost. I don't want to burn my hand. But yeah, now this really didn't have a whole lot of fat on it. Honestly, if you want to do these, the chicken thighs would be the way to go. They have a lot more fat on them. It seems like a consistent kind of a square of fat, if you will. But for someone who is on either carnivore diet or someone who is on a no carb diet, this would be the perfect snack. So anyway, put them in a container, stick them in the fridge. Easy to grab and go. So anyway, thanks for watching. There's no recipe in the description because it's chicken fat in the oven. I had the oven on about 350. You could probably go up to 375. It's not like it's going to burn or anything. But I will say this. I tried these the first time. I kind of came up with the idea. I thought, you know what, I'll cook those in a skillet. I had my iron skillet out. The popping of the grease was more than I could handle. It was just off the charts. It was getting on my backsplash, on my tile. I had to clean that off, clean the countertop off, clean the floor off in front of my stovetop. Ridiculous. Put it in the oven, no popping going on there. So we know how we're going to do this every single time. So just another thing to cut down on so much waste. Don't throw this out. You can give it to your cat or your dog, I guess, but why not use it and be something beneficial, especially if it's an organic chicken. You spend a lot of money on that. I spend a lot of money on this. I don't want to waste it. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed, and we look forward to sharing something again with you real soon. Bye, guys.